Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Practice, your warm, friendly podcast for real-life English. I'm John, and I am so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm Mary. Hi, everyone. Grab your coffee, sit comfortably, and get ready for another relaxing English conversation.
Today's topic is, how do native speakers talk at work?
Yes, many learners tell us that real workplace English sounds fast, friendly, and sometimes confusing.
Don't worry. Today, we'll break it down slowly, clearly, and naturally.
Okay, John, let's pretend we're meeting in the office hallway in the morning.
Perfect. Let's act like real coworkers. Hey, Mary. Morning. How are you today?
Morning, John. I'm good. A little sleepy, but good. How about you?
Pretty good. I stopped for coffee on the way. I needed it.
Same here. Mondays always need extra coffee. True. Busy week ahead?
Oh, yes. I have a lot of tasks today. Emails, reports, meetings.
Yup, classic Monday. Busy, but good.
Okay, let's talk about what you just heard. Notice how simple the sentences are. Morning. How are you today? Pretty good. Busy week ahead? Busy, but good.
Native speakers often use short sentences at work, especially in the morning. No complicated grammar, just friendly, simple English.
Exactly. And they often use small softeners, small words that make the tone friendly. Pretty, kind of, a little, a bit.
For example, instead of saying, I'm tired, a native speaker might say, I'm a little tired, or I'm a bit sleepy today.
Soft, friendly, and natural.
Many learners say native speakers talk too fast, but the real secret is they use predictable patterns.
Yes, let's share some common starter questions native speakers use at work. Common workplace small talk questions. How's your morning going? How's your day so far? Busy today? Did you drink your coffee yet? How was your weekend? Ready for today's meeting?
And the answers are simple too. Pretty good. Not bad. Busy but good. So far, so good. A little tired, but okay.
These are your magic phrases for casual conversation at work.
Okay, John, let's do another acting scene. We're at the coffee machine.
Hey, Mary, how's your morning going?
Not bad. A little busy, but I'm surviving. You?
Same here. I'm grabbing my second coffee.
Wow, second coffee already?
Yeah, it's one of those mornings.
I get it. I think everyone is tired today.
For sure. Do you have the team meeting later?
Yep, at 11. I still need to prepare a few things.
You got this. You always do.
Aw, thank you. You're kind.
Notice the natural vocabulary. Not bad. Surviving. One of those mornings. You got this.
These are expressions native speakers use every day.
And the conversation is short and relaxed. No long sentences, no complicated grammar.
Okay, let's talk about how native speakers ask about work tasks. Common questions. What are you working on today? Got a busy day? Any deadlines? How's the project going? Need any help?
Common answers. I'm working on the new report. I have a few emails to finish. I'm preparing for a meeting. Nothing crazy today. A bit busy, but manageable. Notice again, simple, friendly, natural.
Yes, you don't need big words to sound professional.
Let's do another short role play. Hey, Mary, what are you working on today?
I'm reviewing the new proposal. A bit long, but interesting.
Nice. How's it going so far?
Pretty good. I'm halfway done. What about you?
I'm finishing a report and then preparing for our afternoon meeting.
Sounds busy.
Yeah, but manageable.
Two important native speaker patterns here.
1. How's it going? Super common. Means, how is the task progressing? 2. What about you? This keeps the conversation balanced and friendly.
Natives always use follow-up questions to keep small talk alive.
At work, native speakers almost never say things too directly. They soften their opinions. Softening phrases. I think. Maybe we could. I'm not sure, but. It might be better to. What if we try?
Compare the difference. Direct, This plan is bad. Natural, I'm not sure this plan works well. Maybe we can try something else. Direct, do it this way. Natural, maybe we can do it this way instead.
Softer is better in a professional environment.
Let's act out a polite disagreement.
I think we should send the report today.
I'm not sure. Maybe we need more data.
True. Maybe you're right. Should we wait until tomorrow?
Yeah, I think tomorrow might be safer.
Good idea. Thanks for the suggestion.
Notice our words. I'm not sure. Maybe. I think. Might be.
These words keep the conversation soft and professional.
This is very important. Native speakers often ask for clarification politely.
Useful phrases. Sorry, could you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say that again? Could you please speak a bit slower? What do you mean by...
These are 100% normal. Don't be shy. Even native speakers use them every day. Let's practice.
Sure.
John, can you update the file after the sync?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Update which file?
The marketing file. The numbers changed.
Ah, okay, got it. Thanks.
See? He didn't pretend to understand. He asked politely.
Exactly. Asking for clarity is not rude, it's professional.
Now let's talk about email English, because native speakers write emails in a very specific way.
Yes, many English learners worry about emails. They worry about grammar, tone, and sounding professional.
But don't worry, native speakers write short, simple emails most of the time.
Exactly. The secret is friendly plus clear plus short.
Let's start with the beginning of a professional email. Here are the most common ways to begin an email. Hi, John. Hello, Anna. Good morning, team. Dear Mr. Smith. Dear Sarah, for formal.
If you're writing to a coworker you know well, hi is perfect.
If it's someone new or a client, dear is better.
After the greeting, native speakers usually add a polite, soft sentence, something short and friendly. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good week. Thank you for your email. Thanks for your message earlier.
These sentences make your email sound warm and professional. Okay, here's an example email. Hi, John. I hope you're doing well. Could you please send me the updated report when you have time? Thanks in advance. Best regards, Mary.
See, short, clear, very natural. At work, native speakers almost never say, X, send me the file. X, do this. X, check this.
That sounds too direct. Instead, they say, could you please send me the file? Would you mind checking this? Can you update the document when you get a chance? Please find the attached file.
Soft words like please, when you have time, when you get a chance, make your tone friendly.
Exactly. Let's act. X, direct, not natural in professional English.
Mary, send me the report today.
Ouch, that sounds like a robot boss.
Hey, Mary, could you please send me the report today?
Sure, much better. Common endings. Best regards. Kind regards. Thanks. Thank you. Many thanks. All the best.
And remember, thanks is perfect for everyday emails.
Okay, let's move to workplace meetings. This is where learners get nervous.
Yes, because meetings can feel fast and professional.
But again, the secret is simple. Native speakers use short sentences.
Let's break it down. Usually, the meeting leader says, "Good morning, everyone. Let's get started. Thanks for joining. Let's begin with a quick update."
Simple and clear. You can say, I have an update on. Today I'd like to share. I just want to add that. One quick update from my side.
These are normal, natural, native phrases. You don't need perfect grammar. Let's pretend we're in a meeting.
Good morning, everyone. Let's get started. John, do you have any updates?
Yes, I have a quick update on the sales report. We finished the draft and we'll review it this afternoon.
Perfect. Thank you.
Native speakers agree with short phrases. I agree. That's a good point. Exactly. True. I think you're right.
Very simple. No long grammar needed. But what if you don't agree?
Then you must be very soft and polite. I see your point, but... I understand, but I think... I'm not sure about that. Maybe we can try a different approach.
Using soft language keeps the meeting friendly.
Let's do it.
I think we should send the report today.
I see your point, but I'm not sure it's ready. Maybe we should check the numbers again.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Good idea. Important part. If you don't understand something, do not pretend.
Native speakers ask for clarification all the time. Sorry, could you repeat that last part? I didn't catch that. Could you please speak a bit slower? What do you mean by that?
These are 100% normal.
The Q4 numbers decreased by 15% due to...
Sorry, John, could you repeat the last part?
Sure. The numbers decreased because the marketing budget was lower.
Ah, I got it. Thank you. Making requests is very common in the workplace. Here are natural examples. Could you please help me with this? Can you send me the updated file? Would you mind checking the report? Can you take a look when you have time? Let me know if you need anything.
Short and polite, that's the key. Hey, Mary, could you take a look at the new design?
Sure. When do you need it?
Anytime today is okay.
Perfect. I'll check it after lunch. Saying no is hard for many learners, but native speakers use polite expressions to soften it. I'm afraid I can't right now. I'd love to help, but I'm a bit busy. Maybe later today? I can help after I finish this task. These are gentle ways to say no without sounding rude.
Mary, can you review this document now?
I am afraid I can't right now, but I can check it after my meeting.
No problem. Thanks.
Ending conversations is an important workplace skill. Here are natural ways to end a chat. All right, I'll let you get back to work. Okay, talk to you later. Sounds good. Have a good one. All right, see you in the meeting. Catch you later.
Native speakers almost always end conversations smoothly.
All right, John, I'll let you get back to your tasks.
Thanks, Mary. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Workplace English is not only about work, small talk is important too.
Yes. During breaks, native speakers talk about weather, weekend plans, food, TV shows, kids or pets, hobbies, coffee, traffic.
And they use short, simple sentences.
John, did you watch anything good last night?
Yeah, I started a new show. Pretty funny, actually.
Nice. I might check it out.
How about you?
I cooked dinner and then fell asleep early.
Sounds like a good plan.
Let's talk something super practical. How native speakers talk when there's a small problem. We're not talking about a big crisis, just everyday issues. Here are a few common phrases. Hey, I think there's a small issue here. Let me double-check that. No worries, I'll handle it. Can you take a look at this when you get a chance? I'll fix it right away.
Exactly. Notice the tone. Calm, friendly, no stress. Native speakers don't usually say, "There is a big problem. You made a mistake. This is wrong." Instead, they soften things. "I noticed something. Can we check it?" Maybe we should update this. Let's fix this quickly.
That's the secret. Polite, gentle language that shows respect. Number 2, how native speakers show appreciation at work.
When someone does something well, native speakers always show appreciation. It creates positive energy in the team. Common phrases. Thanks for doing that. Great work. I appreciate it. Nice job on this. That was really helpful.
Or something very natural, like, hey, that looks great. Thanks for taking care of it.
And the tone matters, always warm and sincere.
Number 3, how native speakers talk about time and schedules.
This one's important. Workplace English uses soft, flexible phrases about time. Examples. Let's try to finish this by Friday. Can we aim for tomorrow morning? Do you have time later today? Let me see when I'm free. I'll keep you updated.
Notice the phrase, aim for. This means try. It's very natural.
Yes, native speakers don't always use strong, fixed expressions. They prefer softer ones like around, maybe, sometime this afternoon. This makes the conversation feel more human and friendly.
Number 4, how native speakers sound confident but kind.
Confidence in English at work doesn't mean using big words. It means using simple words clearly. For example, here's what I think. Let me explain. Here's the plan. This is what we can do.
Or, I have an idea. Let me share my thoughts. These phrases make you sound confident, calm, and professional, just like a native speaker.
Number 5, how native speakers end a work conversation.
This part is easy but very important. Common endings. Sounds good. Talk soon. Great. Let's move forward. Okay, I'll update you later. Thanks. Have a good one. All right, see you tomorrow.
And the super common one, all right, cool. This is friendly, casual, and used everywhere at work.
Number 6, final motivational chat with the audience.
Before we end today's episode, we just want to remind you, improving your workplace English is a journey. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need big vocabulary. You just need to understand the tone, the rhythm, and the everyday expressions native speakers use.
And you're already doing that, right here, right now, with us. We're so happy you're learning with us, truly.
Every episode you watch, every phrase you learn, every time you practice, you get one step closer to speaking English at work with confidence.
And we love being part of your journey.
Number 7, final call to action. Warm, encouraging, friendly. All right, my friends, this is the end of today's episode. How do native speakers talk at work? We hope this helped you understand not only the words, but the feeling, the tone, and the natural flow of workplace English.
And if you enjoyed this lesson, or if you want to keep improving your English every single day, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode.
We post new English practice videos all the time. Warm, friendly, simple, and fun. Just like today.
Thank you for watching, thank you for learning, and thank you for being part of the Daily English Practice family.
See you in the next episode.